Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Cardano's ADA, reviewing what's been going on most recently, what we think is going to happen next and all that wonderful stuff. Now this is actually the second time of recording because I'm really not well and I totally forgot to hit the record button. So yeah, you can mock me down in the comments below. So I'm going to try to remember everything I've just covered, but I did delete all the other stuff that was on there from the day previously. It's just frustrating. Nonetheless, we've changed structure. We started to move down. We're no longer in that bullish structure that we were in from yesterday's video. We were tracking the idea of a fifth wave or a five-wave movement to the upside. That's no longer valid. We've broken down and our structures have changed. Okay, now I'd have deleted that off of here, unfortunately. So I can't show you what it was looking like, but you can go back to yesterday's video if you wanted to. Now here we can see it's a three-wave pattern to the upside, and what's happening to the downside is very, very interesting. If we come down to the 15-minute time frame, we can see that we have a structured move here that is basically impulsive in the way that it goes. Now, it's impulsive with a contracting diagonal at the beginning. Okay, so if we take this move here, draw a trend line across those, and we draw a trend line across from here to here, we can see that we have our five-wave movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in a contracting diagonal of a wave 1. Okay, now this contracting diagonal, as I said a few times, has a couple of rules to it. Basically, Wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave, and Wave 5 has to be the shortest wave. And Wave 4 is allowed to cross Wave 1. Okay, those are pretty much the rules. It's very, very straightforward. There's nothing overly complicated about it. But in here, we can see that we have that diagonal movement. Now, if I bring this back to our hourly time frame, and we take a look at this, that basically means that we have hit the over 2.618 from this move. Down here, we can see the wick coming down to the 2.618. So this looks like we are in a big wave 1, 2, down for 3, up for 4, and then down into 5, right? So we are tracking the idea of another big move to the downside. You can see that we're already hitting resistance, so wave 4 could potentially already be complete at the point of recording this video, which is a little bit ahead of time from when the video goes live because of editing and uploading and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I would expect price to come down to 28.9285 to 29.3068. Okay, it's going to be in this little range. Now, I'm just going to draw this yellow box on. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be close to those target ranges. So we can see it right in here, 28.9 to 29.3. Okay, now that's going to be our fifth wave target. The higher that wave 4 goes, the lower that wave 5 goes, and that's going to be that. So quite straightforward. Now, our momentum is pretty much shifted all the way back to overbought, so we're imminent for this next drop to the downside. Now, starting with 5 waves means you must end in 5 waves, and I'm just trying to figure out whether or not because we didn't breach this high, but this has already come down quite deep. I don't think we've got anything to worry about there. It could just be that we barrel up in 3 and then down into another 5, and it's going to be one of those. I mean, our range of consolidation of interest was 28.5 to 29.1. This gets us right back down into the previous area. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting time for us. You can see, of course, we had a fantastic run, and all we've done is really retrace all the way back down again. And this is just a testament to the lack of demand that's currently out there across the cryptocurrency space. So you can see a 3-wave move probably happen after we have the 5-wave move, and this will then be followed up by another 5-wave move, taking us down a little bit deeper. This isn't going to be anything unusual. If we take a look at the daily time frame, we're still looking for that 15 to 18 cent low, and it won't be a straight line. We won't go straight down there. We'll bounce around a little bit, but we shouldn't be breaching the highs of we won't be breaching the highs of 37.93, and at the moment we've just got rejected on that 50 daily EMA. So for the most part, it looks to me like Cardano is going to be in for a bit of a rocky road for a while, but you know, momentum's shifting around a little bit, so do expect the occasional bounce here and there as well. But ultimately, I think XRP, with its structure now changing into a bearish state of play, on the hourly time frame here, we're going to be looking at this potential structured move to the downside, at least a zigzag pattern, where we can then start to enjoy a little bit cheaper pricing for ADA. As to whether or not you want to dollar cost average or not, it's entirely up to you. I personally would if I didn't already have my bags packed. But I think Cardano has a very, very bright future. I've been through this many, many times. Total value locked is growing at the dollar value, even whilst price is decreasing. And that's testament to how much ADA is basically being locked up, which is basically shrinking the supply of ADA that's available for purchase. And of course, the ADA that is available for purchase is the supply in the supply-demand metrics. And all we need to do is see an increase in demand. With 1,200 dApps being built on the ecosystem, your demand is going to increase pretty dramatically too. So I think there's going to be a catalyst here to create a pretty significant imbalance in the supply-demand metrics between ADA and people. And essentially, I think we're going to see a really, really interesting bull run for Cardano in the coming months and years. So yeah, I think dollar cost averaging and building a position into ADA is a wise idea. But I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I personally see it. And that's how I see it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I think I'll leave the video right there. Until next one, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to risk your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.